said that. You
Yeah,
said
I
she
did.
needed to be held accountable. I heard you say that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I did say that. So no, I'm not contradicting myself. I just wanted to be sure that in that moment where I was explaining specifically why there are more marriages and et cetera, that I wasn't associating the two. And yes, she does have immunity, but she wrong too, just like Giselle Maxwell. Isn't that her name? With the
Yeah,
Harvey
yeah,
guy. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Everybody has a little red fingertip in there, but that still does not negate the fact that Puffy, Sean, Diddy, Love, whatever the rest of his names are, Combs is sick and he is a sociopath and he needs a little help. And so does she. And then once a person is in a certain mind, Cassie is jacked up in the head. She's mentally ill.
Yeah.
Mentally ill. The same way they don't let you sign a contract when you're under the influence. It's almost the same thing to me in my to a degree. That's far fetched actually. It's a bit far fetched, but she's mentally ill and she's making poor decisions. She get better just like a person sometimes relapse and go hit that little peepity pipe and they didn't mean to. She's a little mentally ill and she gonna need help and always gonna need help and she does need to be held accountable. Women, we got to do better. We do need to start listening to the men because when they say we don't need to see all the giblets and gravy, it's that simple.
Why is
I
she
know
not
the
going to
rest.
jail? Why is she not going to jail with Diddy?
Because she didn't set something up with the law. I don't know the intricacies of it. I don't.
Immunity. She got immunity.
Okay.
Right. She was able to get it. Yeah, I know that. So she was able to get immunity, but
Okay.
why isn't that the case for him?
I don't know the full story.
Because
I wanted to
they
answer your
going
He
after
ain't
question.
Diddy. They're
telling
not
on
She
other
going after
He
did.
not.
people.
Cassie.
He
What
ain't
you say?
telling
They
on.
call me
He ain't
picky.
telling on other people. He ain't telling on if Jay Z's involved. He ain't telling if there's a bigger fish than him. Clive Davis. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
mentioning nothing. So how can he get immunity if he's not giving them anything to get immunity for?
Mm.
And
The
do you
reason
know what
that
she did
she,
to be arrested? I don't know all the details. I don't know if anybody know more than me.
Yeah,
What?
I know I don't.
Like, what did she do that people are saying that she should be arrested for?
They just saying that she participated. So like when Diddy told her to go get the escorts and all that, they
I
saying like
got
Yeah.
he was
I got some
responsible for that.
questions
But
I
have you
want
ever
to
heard
ask.
her doing anything under duress?
Hold on.
Have
The host is trying to talk, y'all.
We're
Hold on.
trying to have
Oh,
a real
sorry.
conversation because y'all been talking for hours and it ain't real.
yeah,
We said we don't know who the leaders are and all this here. Who appoints leaders? We do or the universe God?
the universe guide.
Mm.
God.
Somebody might be in a disagreement with you.
I think the people choose.
Uh-oh.
Beautiful.
Oh,
So we
He try,
confused. So we ain't got a clear cut, concise
Yeah,
definition.
I think people choose
we
who the leader are.
Mhm.
hmm
I
Cause think
think
about it
God
like
makes
this.
leaders and people choose them. God make
Yeah, but I'm
leaders and
saying
people
it
choose the
depends.
wrong
Because
people sometimes.
because Diddy did some foul things, he's not a leader.
But hold on, but a lot of our
I'm
quote
just no
unquote,
answer the
my
question.
fault.
No,
I wouldn't say
come
that.
on,
I
come
wouldn't
on.
say that. I wouldn't say because a
That,
lot of our leaders have done what we would call foul. So, for example, let's
Yeah.
use
sis,
let's use Malcolm X and Farrakhan and
you
Elijah.
coming with the gems. I wasn't trying to. You got it.
Oh no,
I
you
don't want
good.
you to speak right now
So
because you trying to let them get up out of this. I'm just trying to ask a question, have a conversation.
I got you. I got you. So like
So
Malcolm X, we
you,
look up to Malcolm X. A lot of
come on.
folks look up to Farrakhan, but then you still got a lot of people out here who think Farrakhan was responsible for Malcolm X unaliving. Now
Mm,
you could say he did something bad. What about Elijah Muhammad when Malcolm X found out he was messing with
mm.
the underage people in the nation, and
Woo.
he exposed that, but people
Let's
looked
not
at
talk about all
Elijah.
them young ladies that. Okay, let me stop.
No,
Cause we got.
I'm keeping it a
No,
hundred though, man. You know what
get
I'm
no
saying?
for
I'm
real.
just saying.
All the way
So
down
the
to
I'm
every
just
level.
trying to make a point, right? Because we doing certain things to Diddy, but from my understanding, regardless of if you believe in the good book or not, God has way more empathy than us. And also he showed forgiveness. I don't hear nobody speaking on this. All I hear is condemning, condemning, condemning. But
I think it's
however, when you get to come
I think
on.
it's because of what I heard a young lady was saying, and again, I don't think I know enough about it to go too deep into it. Was that this has been a pattern of behavior for him.
Again, people
So
gonna make that's why you got to when people talking, you got to relinquish some listening ability so I can get there. But we be flying and we can't get. I was just trying to paint a picture because I hear a lot of perfect people that made no mistakes that don't attribute these
no,
mistakes
you
to their
don't.
parents and their siblings that do certain things that may not never come to the forefront. What I found out about great people and leaders, there's always a spotlight on them, and we can hide behind this internet and act like we just so innocent. And I mean, we be some savage, but it don't come out. and people just hide behind the internet and act as if they so perfect that they never had to ask for forgiveness or God never forgave them. We acting as if we got a crystal ball, like we really know what be going on.
I
And it's
didn't
really
get that
not
vibe from
transparent
anybody.
as we make it to be. Huh?
Now
Can't hear.
I feel what bro's saying though, cause like a lot of time people be quick to talk shit, but everybody got skeletons in their closet. We just ain't winning to
Yeah,
expose them to the
I
whole
mean, they
world.
be
You know
having
what I'm
some
saying?
mean
yeah,
skeletons, and they'll get up here and
yeah,
get on Diddy
yeah.
like they really know. I ain't heard nobody say nothing about the family.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
I hear. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
I
if
don't
we
think he
really
was
trying to
ever a
have a
leader.
conversation, I'm just trying to have a conversation.
I ain't never looked up to his Kappa shimmy
Yeah,
shouldering ass.
I've
So
never
I
saw him as a leader.
Do
I don't
y'all
think he was
listen,
ever
man?
a leader.
I'm not speaking on that. It's not what you did. I just asked a question about what a leader is. We ain't talking about our
yes, sir.
anecdotal situations. I'm talking
Yes, sir.
about the energy that
I was
some
just
people
trying to
possess.
laugh a little bit.
In
Me
general.
Yeah.
too. I don't do nothing but
Somebody
My
trolling.
said,
bad.
I
I
thought we
apologize.
answered what a
Trolling.
leader
I
is.
have a question for you, host. So
But
can
please,
you be a professional leader, as far as business is concerned, but not a family leader?
no. It's all tied up into one. See, what we can't do is be, see, this is why God is
You can't be
amazing.
a
Because
part-time
he's
leader.
gonna show us empathy that we're not gonna show each other. We all pick and choose. I'll take a murderer over a rapist. God forgives some of everybody.
Not my
That's just
God.
we just have to accept it. And we get out here. Okay, come on, come on. I
God,
hear you.
No,
no,
I'm
God
just
do
saying,
forgive
not my God.
unalive
My
God.
God, he is not, oh, I'm just forgiving everybody. Everybody
Yes,
got
he
to do
does.
If you
What I'm
repent
saying
not
is
my
this.
sometime, if
Saying,
you
what I'm saying. Come on, come on.
no, you good, but my fault, Go ahead.
No, come on. We can. I don't
I
care.
was just saying, like,
I
according to
just
the
wanted, can I
Bible,
say something,
Come
boy?
if
That's
you
the fullest,
hold
cleanest,
on,
neatest
let me just
beard
say,
I done
I'm just
seen all
saying,
week.
if you repent, the Bible says if you repent, you can be forgiven. So
He
it don't matter
forgives
what
us.
you did, as long as
He
you
I'm
repent.
forgives
saying
us.
we see what people do is people make God human. Okay, they make him what they want him to be, so he can make them what they want him to be. This is what people do. They conflate it, but it's not a conflated
Mm-mm.
situation. See, mama's okay. Your Mercedes key is not going to fit your Rolls Royce. It's not subject to interpretation.
Damn, what about my career? Shit.
Okay,
He
it's
finished.
not your roll.
Let
I'm
him
saying
finish.
my house key not gonna fit your door because it's not subject to interpretation. But when it comes to the good book, you heard the sister. She came on mic. She said, "Not my God." She made her God what she deemed her God to be. You follow what I'm saying? So we subject that to interpretation. I'm just speaking in general. We don't show the same level of empathy that's shown to us. We know we were broke last week, and God came through, and then we go broke again, and we need Him again. He
What
come
was the
through again. We don't show this same empathy to people as if we got all the answers.
what was
Okay.
the indicator that we lacked that empathy?
He's just saying in general. He
Oh,
generally
okay,
just
okay.
talks in general.
the
But
public
Oh,
host, I
yes,
have a
side.
ma'am.
question for you. Again, Puffy's a leader, right? We
Who's eating
forgive
an apple?
leaders. We forgive leaders. We forgive leaders. You atone. You ask for forgiveness. You admitted what you did. You keep moving. Puffy don't be admitting that he did nothing.
Yeah, admit it. What you eating? It sounds
No,
like
no,
you got
no,
some
no.
good
He
food
didn't
over
I
admit it.
sure just said somebody
Hold
eating a good
on.
apple.
Let me finish. Let me finish. He didn't. When
He
this
apologized
situation,
for his
there.
20
Hold on. She
can I
said,
million.
hold on.
finish?
She
Can
said,
I
hold
finish?
on. You
When the
asked me a question.
situation first came out, host, he got on the internet and said he's a money grab. He denies all of that stuff that she said, right? He's denying everything, right? Then we see the
Listen.
video. And here he get back on saying, "Oh, I was in a dark time." My point is, you can forgive people, right? And I do believe people, God forgives us, so we need to forgive others. But
Absolutely.
at the same
We
time,
don't have
we
that
can't
capability. See, hold
we
on.
can't but we
We
can't
don't have that
forgive if you keep
capability to
lying. We
forgive
can't
like
forgive
God.
you if you keep lying, host. You keep
No,
lying. He keeps
no.
lying.
You got to admit it, quit it, and forget it.
Listen. You said he keep lying, right? Why do we constantly? How many times have you asked for forgiveness, sister?
I did.
I
And I
said, how
believe
many
it.
times?
I can't tell you how many times.
Who? Who?
Infinite.
Who? Case closed. Lights out. Next.
Who, hey,
Come
man,
on.
say, man, who said
And
that
shit, the
we
last time
weren't
I asked for
forgiving?
forgiveness, I ain't even gonna count. It been a little minute.
Huh?
Mm.
What you say?
I
What you
said,
say?
it's been a little minute since I asked for some forgiveness. I ain't even gonna lie.
Your name, Rich Lloyd.
It's
Talk
been
to
a
me, Rich
minute,
Lloyd.
man.
Where you
Not-
from, bro?
I'm from Alabama.
Huh? Okay, all right. I got family in Alabama. I love Alabama. What's up?
I
What? Come on,
I know I
sister.
have to ask for forgiveness on the daily, and I also am mindful
You say, hold
about
on,
that
wait,
when I'm
hold
in.
on. Now, wait a minute. See, this what happened when we peel about the layers and call people out. You say you have to ask for forgiveness on a regular?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I do because I'm an imperfect person who
Huh.
is experiencing things, and along the way I'm doing things that I know are incorrect, so I have to ask for forgiveness, and I also have to be mindful when I'm interacting with my child. I
Hmm.
give him a lot of grace because I'm giving a lot of
Wow.
grace, so I know I'm not on here trying to act perfect. I'm blessed, I'll say that, at minimum, blessed at minimum. But I know I do have to ask forgiveness on a daily basis, but that is not an indicator that we lack empathy for anything that man has been through, or we'll forgive him in the future. But he is first going to have to admit that he was up to some stuff. Amen. I landed.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the person to sit on the podium to say what he needs to do.
Yeah.
His transgressions is between him and whoever, just like ours is. Cause see, my thing be this: I try to have these topics in these panels. We talk. So everybody in this room is over with for us in 100 years.
If you stand for nothing, you fall for
This
everything.
has been my favorite
I have
panel.
no idea.
I don't think I've been on a better panel ever.
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Do
It's
you
kind
hold
of
leaders to a different standard? Do you hold leaders to a
No,
different?
ma'am. This is
Okay,
what I
hold on,
love
hold
about
on.
God.
No, host. You wrong.
Listen, let me finish. You ain't even let me finish. I'm sorry, did I cut
She
somebody
said,
off?
"Hiya."
No. No, listen, I'm sorry. Did I cut off?
No, come on, host.
No, I'm saying you was asking her that or us? Or
No, I'm
everybody?
asking you.
Listen, this is what I understand. Hold on, they doing their thing. They trying to kick us off. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Be careful what y'all saying, man. Make sure y'all use.
It's cool. They make us
Okay, my fault.
make that puzzle come up and
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, when you be on here for a minute, I got you.
yeah. So
Activity verification.
I love the fact
people
that
need to tap the screen. Sorry.
this as a people, we love to see the person, the underdog. We build him up. And when he get up, first little transgression he make, not the big one, the little one, we'll tear him down. This is why I love God, because he'll show you no matter how great this person is, you can still see that this person human, period. So this is why it's just like this. Now it's gonna be qualities of that man that's willing to work harder, that's willing to sacrifice, and other things that give him these leadership qualities. But because he make so many people would love to be in Diddy's position. However, they would say without the negatives. But we all get up every day and grind and focus. And I can't speak for everybody because I don't know everybody grind. But I'm saying for the most part, when you talk to people, they want more than what they have. You see? But they not willing to they too lazy to put their work in to get there. I watch this brother, regardless of the jobs. Come on. We can talk. Come on. Somebody,
No,
I want to come on now.
Hold on, Chloe. Let him finish.
I'm listening.
He answered my question.
I can. Come on. I heard somebody.
We listening.
Come on.
But you still didn't answer my question about how
I knew
can
you was gonna say that.
how can he be? And then this is what I'm trying to say, host. Right? But if you need to continue, go ahead and continue.
Come on.
No, what I'm saying is, go ahead.
Come on. No, come on.
What I'm saying is, we're looking at men, right, as our leaders for us as women. So you're trying to tell me what Diddy did.
I'm not trying to tell you nothing. But come on.
Are we saying that Diddy's actions as a leader of a home, of a family, are appropriate?
Why wouldn't they be? They allowed. See, you trying to make
Not
him
today.
perfect. Listen, you trying to make him perfect. This is a human being. God, listen.
Those are human behaviors.
Listen.
That's not a human behavior that man.
Wait a minute, Sunshine. Let him
You
say.
want, who just said that? Let me
Sunshine.
And I agree with her.
Sister? You say what?
I said that's not human behavior. That's
Okay.
that's
That's sociopathy.
yeah.
Hold on, let him talk. Let him talk, because
I need
I
to
think I
talk
know
to
what
you
he's
because
doing.
I
Let him
love
talk.
listening to people so we can cook together and they can get cooked, baked, flipped up and everything.
Now
Are
look,
human
the host
beings
right though.
closer? Are human beings closer to animalistic behavior or what you deem a human being to be?
Animal.
An animal for
Okay,
sure.
so what
Not
you
the
just
human
said?
beings I choose to be
I
around. Yeah,
land my
I get it.
plane.
No, but he right though, because I'm just
Human,
saying,
I
like,
what?
get it.
Show me a
Mhm.
human. Show me a human. Show them to me. Not the definition. Show me a human. We animals, savages, beasts.
No,
I'm
To
no
me.
I'm
savage.
not
I
I'm
am
just
no
savage.
saying.
Listen,
savage.
Look at
listen.
the Bible. What the Bible
You
say?
guys are
No,
getting
we learn from
you
animals.
getting triggered by words. I'm trying to make a point. I asked you a simple question. I
I think
said, are
everyone
humans
answered.
closer to? Okay, I land that plane. We
Nah,
just
We gotta
don't
let
take me
him. We gotta
serious.
let the
Don't
host
take me serious.
speak.
No, it's okay. This is how we do. We just come off mic for 4 hours, and then when you talk, people can't take it. We've been in here
I
since
thought
three
you were
o'clock.
inviting the conversation. I'm sorry. I can go on mute. That's my bad.
Mm-mm.
nah.
I
The
was
host,
inviting the
the host right
conversation,
though,
but I
because
thought we
like,
was talking about one thing, and then you said that's not human. We are different. We want to be what we want us to be, but we are much different than that. So we had to really dig down deep. I'm just saying in regards to I was trying to speak to will be displaced in 100 years. How important he has to live with his legacy. Our judgment is really myopic and minimal, but we love to come as if we are so much better than the next person. And some of our fathers is POSs and mothers and brothers and sisters if
No,
we deign to judge them from our perspective. But nobody talking about that. They just want to relinquish everything to this. They want to put everything on the brother. We having a conversation. Whether people can say you right, I'm wrong, I'm right, you wrong. We can do this all day long, but I just want to have a conversation and let people. I just notice how people just want to go in and pull and go in and pull. So it's fine for us to
mm,
just have a conversation. Come on.
I think people
okay.
create judgment because it's a
Come
safety
on.
net. It's not always, it's a
Come on.
difference between I'm judging someone based off of my theories or experiences that I've been through than me judging you off of the experience and the things that you have created. So what actually is happening to me, you can create a judgment off of that for your own safety, which Cassidy should have done, and multiple other people. So I do think it's necessary for you to create a judgment off of the reality of the situation.
Okay.
Based off your experience with an individual.
But I hear a lot of people talking about the man and they don't have this necessarily experience. So I just
No
be
sin is greater than the next. I mean, so,
yeah,
but
that's only if you follow the Bible.
that's if you,
I,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
Everybody don't follow the Bible. Some people look at raping worse than if you slap somebody in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Hold it
see,
I,
down.
so
I can understand that. I can understand that. And I
Or a
I
feel that
lie.
just
sentiment as well. Right. I'm,
they
I
you
feel like
guys know
human beings
do
are worse than
anybody here know who
animals.
Nelson Mandela? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister. Come on, sister.
No, I just feel like human beings are worse than animals. I think they have the capability of being worse than a
You say we
dog.
worse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Because
we
a
take
dog can
animals and put them
distinguish.
in cages, don't we?
No, but I'm just saying a dog can distinguish that it's a female dog and it can have intercourse with a male dog. I never seen two male dogs hump on each other. I never seen a male dog urinate in its.
Society will force that
That shit
narrative.
happens all the time. Dogs are for so hump
Yeah.
the shit out of each other. Good male
Uh,
or female.
there's an animal study. Every animal has
I heard of Nelson
some kind of
Mandela
same.
was here,
Yeah,
good leader.
that's every single animal.
Depending on who you ask, ho. Some people say he was a Terrorist.
They
I don't know if I can
crucified
say that word
Barabbas,
on here.
better known as Jesus Christ. They
Uh-huh.
crucified Jesus. He was black. Hold on, let me do. Hold on, I got.
He's silly.
Hold on, I got some. Y'all, come on now. Unfortunately, we was listening to you, young lady. We want to hear you speak now. We want to hear you speak now. We want to hear
now
you.
come on, man. You
Look at
made
him
me
to do
show
something.
this man here. This man, please. Come on, man. Oh my God.
So what y'all
So,
saying?
like I
Jesus was
said,
black?
no, I
Jesus
feel
for sure was
like
black.
I
Oh,
feel
okay.
like a dog can
Jesus,
distinguish its
Jesus, dude.
mate. I feel like, what Cassie did to allow allegedly someone to urinate on her and put feces all over her is beyond dog levels at that point. You know, my family, we have a farm. I never seen horses lay down
Too
and
much
get
water, bro.
defecated on each other. I study
Too much
animals.
water.
I look at them every day. I never seen this type of barbaric. behavior that
No, not that one.
allegedly Cassie went through was done
That's
in the
because she's
animal
sick in the
kingdom.
head.
Hey, what about a
Excuse
monkey
me,
though? They'll
excuse,
take their
what did you
feces
say?
and
Excuse
toss
me.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm just saying because I let everybody talk.
Let
So
her
what I'm saying
finish.
is,
I
women.
apologize.
What I'm saying is, women, they always looking for an excuse mechanism. What happened out here? If it was a BLK woman, it would have been she would have been dogged to filth. Period. And for me, it takes a lot for me to say that because, like, of my political views. But if it was a BLK woman on the on the stage crying, saying that this man did this to me, she wouldn't have got this far. And for people to actually, I'm not excusing what Diddy done. I don't agree with it, but I feel like for a woman to allow any man to do that to her is not an innocent being. She's not. I'm not going to be a pacifist towards her because I say again and again before they drop me, what I said was I feel like Cassie feared poverty. She feared poverty. She feared being broke. She feared being an infamous person. To me, she was never famous. She was just known as his girlfriend. She loved the title. She loved the glitz and glams, and she feared working a 9 to 5, like all of us should be doing, owning our own business or whatever we do. She was willing to throw herself on male prostitutes and random men for whatever masochistic pleasure that she had, and then now she want to call Diddy a monster. And I was with it in the beginning until I found out that when she left him, she's in her safe place. She had 2 children with her husband. She called him back and wanted to go back to that situation. That tapped me completely out. And if everybody want to excuse Stockholm syndrome and all of this stuff, you were safe. You had 2 children. You had this man that was loving on you, and you went back for more. I just lose respect, and I don't respect anybody who respect her. Period. I don't, because if you respect her, to me, it's transitioning into my mind. You love feces in the face. You love urine in the face, and for the right price, you'll get down. You'll be a porta potty. For in my mind, that's
So
what I feel like. If you
can
so
we?
empathetic to Cassie, in my mind, you are a porta potty face.
So what are they if they empathetic to Diddy?
I
If
want
they're
if
empathetic
they
to Diddy,
empathetic.
my thing is men out here abuse their money all the time. It's women out here fucking and sucking in
You
cars,
ain't give me no
fucking and
answer now.
sucking because of what a man drive and all of that type of
Exactly.
stuff.
Can
You
we?
not
Didn't
giving
give
me
me
no
the
Can,
answer.
answer though.
You talking around it.
Wait.
What are the
can
people
we
that's
What'd you
all
say?
sing
empathetic to Diddy?
I mean,
Cassie?
if someone's empathetic to Diddy, I'm empathetic to Diddy at this point because
Gosh.
I want to be
guess
empathetic
what?
to
You know why
Cassie,
I'm
and on the
But
empathetic
count
to
of
he,
him?
three,
Because
I
he
I'm
didn't
want
going
do nothing.
everybody
home.
to
To
sing
me,
the
he's
song.
a billionaire. He had
A number
I'm sorry,
one
host.
hit.
What you say?
but the logic ain't
I want
adding up though.
everybody
You
to
said
sing
I
Cassie.
don't know it. I don't know it. I'm
you
not
said that
singing it because
I
if
I don't
want us to
know
somebody,
it.
sing on the count
I
of three
don't
to put
know
some
it.
good
I don't
energy out
know
there
it.
for the
I
people.
the math ain't
Listen,
mathing.
whoever
The
don't speak.
only person that's going to allow this is a person
don't
that
know it.
is,
You
is a
play too
masochistic
much.
person.
but who
You
gonna
think
do
that
it
I'm going to
though?
allow? You think that I'm going to allow any of y'all I'm sorry, any of y'all people to defecate on my face and urinate on my face
But
Listen,
why
or
would Diddy?
beat
we
me
Why would
don't.
down
I
to
Diddy?
the
don't
Why
know.
would
ground?
Diddy? I'm saying why would Diddy
I don't
want
know
that though?
where we
Why would
went
that
to
make him
defecate.
climax? Why would he want that as
Why
a
do we
man?
always gotta
And the
make it
minute
be
that I
back
find
about
out that
him?
you like something like that,
Miss
and so
Fortune
if
the
you go
Bible, can I
to
ask you?
which,
They're
I'm
both
sorry,
equally
host.
sick
It's
in
too
the
many people
head.
talking at the same time.
I'm
What do you
sorry.
say?
I was trying to talk to you.
What do you say, host?
I wanted us to sing Cassie's song together. Can we
I
do
ain't
that?
singing that
I don't
shit.
know
I'm
no
finna
Cassie
pluck
song.
one hair out of your
Please,
beard
Host,
right
you
now. I'm
keep
finna
doing.
host. I
pluck
don't know
one of
no
your
Cassie
Why
hairs
are
song
out.
you
off the
do?
top
What
of
are
my
you
head
doing
right
over
now.
Jocelyn,
there?
you don't
God,
have
What
to
are you
answer
doing
this
over
question.
there?
I
But
don't
have
know
I
you
don't
none of
ever
know
that.
if
been
it's
in?
the over two there. sides of me, but why do you have to be empathetic to either one of them? I'm not
That's what I'm
empathetic
saying.
to
They
either
both
one of them.
sick.
I'm
But
They
you know
saying,
both
why I'm
sick.
empathetic to one because he's being demoralized, he's being defamed for something that somebody
I'm
allowed
saying
to
but
he
happen.
people
allowed
can't
some
sing
men
the
to
song
defecate on that
But
together.
bud
Diddy
though.
has over 7 accusers. So what are we just talking
People
about
can't
one?
Yeah,
And
sing.
but
breathe
why
for you like
conveniently
the
have
type that
all of
would
them come
allow it
out?
if
My
you're
thing is,
okay
if
with him
somebody do
doing it.
something to me
Can
today,
we all
if
come
somebody do
together?
something to me today, I'm going to say something. I'm not going to wait 10 years
Why do
later.
you need to
I'm
say
not going to
something to
get with my
somebody that's
husband.
not
Excuse
wrong?
me, sunshine. I'm not going to wait till I get with a husband, have 2 children out of my toxic JJ, and then go back to my perpetrator. I'm not going to wait. If
Okay,
I'm
she's
such a
saying that from
victim,
a
I'm
woman
so hurt. Why
perspective.
would I return to it?
Right, but that's
Let's
you.
go,
But you said you would
porcelain.
never
Let's
have.
go.
You
What
said
about the
you would
man
never have let
perspective?
him do half the
Let's
stuff that he
cook,
did to
No,
her
I
porcelain.
wouldn't have
anyway,
never let
right?
him. You know why? Because I
All
know how
right,
to work.
ladies,
I
one
know how
at
to
a
work for mine.
time.
Okay,
I
I
know how
like
to
when
work
I
for
go
mine.
ahead.
I know how I'm not out here getting men and betting men because what they can do for me, I know how to produce for myself, right? Cassie
That's
can't
a
even go
beautiful
get a real
thing.
estate property, right?
Right.
Cassie had no money at all. We looking at this girl like she's beautiful because she's really a dressed up garbage bag, right? Everybody wanted her lifestyle, right?
Wow.
But nobody,
Wow.
excuse me, nobody talked about Kim Porter, right? And allegedly, when her hairstylist came out and said
The
that Cassie
complexion thing.
and Diddy used to beat on Kim Porter
So why you ain't
together.
talking bad about Diddy? You should slap on that girl. You just talking about the girl. What's
Yeah,
up with
but
Diddy?
I'm just
You
saying,
giving a
did I
woman
say that I
perspective.
excuse what he did? I didn't say
Yeah.
that I
You
excuse
did.
Yeah,
what he
you
did.
got
Already.
I just
empathy
don't.
for him. You don't know what you
Yeah, I
saying
do
because you
have
talking
empathy
so
for him
fast.
now because
Yeah, and
this
excusing
should
is
have
two
been
different
his
things.
demonization
He a
should have stopped at
man.
Kim Porter.
As a
Is what
grown
I'm
man, he
saying.
wanted another
Oh
man to
my
take a dump
His
on
God,
him.
demonization.
today.
Why are we here? We heard these accusations with Kim Porter. Nobody gave a fuck then.
Yes, they
Did
did.
what the
Talk about
people
it.
did.
Yeah,
No,
they
you
did.
didn't.
What?
No, you
People
They
didn't.
did
No
give
one
a fuck.
cared.
did.
No one cared.
Porcelain.
Didn't get none of this type of
Porcelain,
Is,
traction.
is
I'm
None
not
Kim
of
gonna
it.
Porter
answer
even
the
alive?
question, but have you ever been through any type of
And that's
domestic
what makes it
That's
violence?
what
even
I'm
worse.
saying.
Is
So,
anybody stomping the yard for the poor
it what
black
I'm
lady that got beat down and lost her
Oh
life?
my
No, no
God.
one
Yes.
it
cares.
what I'm basically
Porcelain.
hearing
No
from
one
Porcelain.
cares.
Like
Porcelain,
you
have you ever
saying
been in a
that
domestic
Cassie
violence
wrong because she let
situation?
somebody take a dump and a pee
Oh
on her. But
my
I'm saying
God.
Right.
as the
Women do that
man who
shit for
put that
free.
shit together, did it put it together. He told them white boys, say, hey, come take a dump on her because that's what's gonna get me off. Why you ain't criticizing him? I just hear you going after one side.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, they have women that travel
I'm
to
talking about the
Dubai to get paid
man. The man put
$10,000 to
that
get dumped
shit
on. Do you have any
together.
empathy for them?
Why
You're
you
Do
not
you
not?
have any
answering
sympathy
though,
for
I'm
babe.
them?
asking you a simple question, Porcelain, because you can
Porcelain,
answer it.
answer,
You
You won't
baby.
answer
Yeah,
deflecting.
that
you're not
question.
I can't
answering,
hear
love.
anything.
Why are you not criticizing Diddy? He the one who snatched the girl from Ryan Leslie. He the one who told her to go get the male
He got
prostitute.
enough
He the one, excuse
criticizers.
me. He the one who told her to get the male escort. He the one that told the
You know why
escort
I don't
to put
criticize
that
Diddy?
pee on
Because
her
he's
and put
doing what
that
an
poo poo on her.
animalistic man's supposed to do. A
That's
girl
not what
have
a man
Have you
go
supposed
ever
to
make
been
do.
Are you
Your
okay?
husband doing you like that,
Was
No,
Porcelain?
are
the
you
father?
okay?
What did
I'm
he do?
definitely
Porcelain,
okay.
your
I'm
No,
just
husband
one
let
not a
at a
another
fucking
man take a
victim. I
dump
time.
don't
on you.
take free lunch and I don't take victimization from nobody. I'm perfectly okay.
But your husband, he not letting no woman
Let's
No.
take no
cam
dump
up,
on you.
everybody, and I can show y'all
Why is
how
she
okay
not
I
okay?
am.
Because you got a
No.
different
This is
opinion. What's wrong with
It's
having
normalized.
a
not
different
about her
I'm
opinion?
not
great.
being
It's
Let's
not
okay.
cam
even
up. Turn
having a
this fucking
different
camera
opinion.
on.
For
You
her
can
to
see how
accept
great
that
I
is
am.
crazy.
That
The
ain't I
I
ain't worried about how great you. I'm just saying. So you
All
got a husband. You let it, he ain't gonna let no man take no dump on you, is it?
And we can all
We're
camera
not
up.
gonna let
She
a
not
man
gonna
take
let
a
no
dump on
man
me.
take
What
a
the
dump
fuck
on
does
her
that have to do with
feelings,
my
No, I'm
babe.
husband?
asking a
I'm not gonna
question. I'm
allow it.
asking Porson a simple question. The man in your
And I'm
life,
answering your
he not
question.
gonna let
My
you
husband
take.
don't
He
have to
not gonna
allow
let a
another man to
man.
take a dump on me.
Love you,
A
I'm
love
not
man
you,
gonna
not
allow
gonna
love
another
do
you.
it.
man to take a dump
The
on me.
man not gonna do it. So what I'm
You
saying
gotta
is
talk
this:
like
you
And
we
gotta
in
can't.
put
in
on
a
We
pause.
sense,
She's
can't.
talking
I'm
about
not gonna
taking a
allow
dump
another
on
man
No,
to
You
her.
got,
hold
defecate
on.
on me.
but your
He's
Absolutely
man.
not.
trying to talk, ladies.
No,
The
that's
host is trying
okay.
to talk.
See, that's why I love these panels, because this is what we do. Everybody
Mm.
here, let me explain something to you what we do. When we have these panels, you sit back and you just allow it to just see our communication levels. I'm patient. I've been sitting here for hours just chilling, just having a good time, drinking my water. Ain't got no liquor. I got some water, some liquor. It's okay to listen and allow people to talk, even though you might not agree with them. You let them crash that old raggedy paper plane, or you can let them fly that G5. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to sit back and just listen, y'all, so we don't have to just go to war. Because we can't hear everybody. The listeners down there in the whatever they at, they can't have a good listening experience when we're going like this. So it's just cool to sit back and let them fly that paper plane. I want to hear these people fly these paper planes. Come on, fly.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
porcelain and
make
rich.
sure y'all
Finish
double
the
check.
conversation.
I was,
Porcelain
I
and
was,
rich.
Mm-hmm.
I was just asking this, like, if we could blame Cassie, everybody got to take their responsibility for allowing some people to pee on the stick, they whatever in the
You gotta be
do put
careful.
that.
Okay. Another thing about this, we gotta be careful because they send me
And she
two.
said, turn the
They asked me
cameras
to
on.
remove. They asked me to remove two people for. They send a red thing, but if they don't do it, then they might let us rock. But we gotta be
Okay, it's
careful.
probably
But
me.
we've
I'll
been going
drop.
for a while
I'm gonna
now.
just say
They
eggplant.
have
I'm gonna
been
say
did
that.
it. They've been did it, but we've been going for a while, so they've been letting us rock because we've been doing good, y'all. So long as we
Put
yelling
happy
and
things in
Listen,
chat.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back on my other page because this
oh,
page
come
is
back
hot
on
and it's
your other
probably getting
page.
you
You stay
flack.
here, sister. Don't you move, sister.
No,
Got
this
the
one is
serious
my.
hands
No,
up.
don't do that. Stay.
I need to come back on my
We
other
need you to be
page
balanced.
respectfully.
No,
I'm gonna come back on
respectfully.
my other page. It'll be really
Okay,
quick.
okay, okay. All right.
It'll be really
Tap the
quick.
Yeah.
screen and put fun stuff in the chat. That normally helps.
But look, this all I was trying to say. Like, if if we gonna get on Cassie, which we can, because she's still alive for folks being able to urinate on and put their eggplant in the mouth. we still got to get on Diddy because he the one who put it together. He would have never snatched her ass up and told her to go get them escorts and make sure they putting this on you and rub this on me. You feel what I'm saying? It's on both sides. So that's why I asked her, like, so if your husband was to ask you to do that, then what she said she wouldn't allow it. But I'm pretty sure she wouldn't even talk to a man who on that type of time. So you still blame him at the same time. Like we can't just cause they saying just because you feel like they trying to take Diddy down, we can't just ignore about what he did. That's personal feelings. We just got to say what actually happened. He
Well,
did
to
get
be
them folks to
honest,
do
we only know a minimum. This another thing I love. People not they scared to admit when they wrong, but it be so obvious. We only know a little bit. We really don't know for real they dynamic. We know how they present an image. Like I'm in Chicago, right? They make all us killers and murderers, but we not. And I got to be careful with this language. That's why I try to be quiet because I got a certain type of dialect that might misrepresent the TikTok algorithm. They make Chicago look away, right?
Porcelain
But
is
our
Jupiter.
infrastructure is amazing. It's a lot of intelligent people here. It's a
Oh
beautiful city.
man, I brought the wrong
But
person.
we got food. What happened? We got the
Porcelain
best.
is Jupiter. Sorry,
It's
host, my
cool.
bad.
I get it. I will get it. You know what? I'm gonna digress, but we got to be careful with these narratives people paint because any underdeveloped, underprivileged, traumatized community has a certain level of that piece. Okay? And I don't care what yet. I've been all across this. Not I ain't been everywhere, but I've been a lot of places. Outside.
I'm from
It's rough.
Memphis
It's
too.
rough. It's rough in other places. But I want to give the people who haven't had a chance to speak, I want to relinquish the stage to them so I can be quiet and listen like how I like to do. Come on, whoever
Kevin,
knew.
Well, hold
Kevin
on,
hasn't
post.
had the
And,
chance to
and
speak.
Janita, could you can
Kelvin, I
drop me
mean.
and bring
Yeah,
porcelain
or
back up.
Oh, Miss
You can
Pick,
drop
you
me.
I was
better
gonna
leave.
say,
All right,
or
I'm
me.
gonna
You
bring
can
you
drop
right
either
back
of
up.
us.
Cause you mispick me.
And Janita.
You
You get
silly.
picked. We
Okay.
need you here.
Yeah, I like what. Yeah, drop me and Janita.
Kelvin, well, I was trying to give
Now who
Kelvin the
on the
chance to
camera?
Kelsi
Who
speak
gonna
laughing
drop?
before
at me,
somebody
Nobody on
House.
dropped.
camera.
You can
Whoever
drop me
came up,
too.
you stand forever. You ain't
You
gotta go
silly.
nowhere.
You silly. Ain't nobody staying forever.
Forever. All right.
Forever, ever, forever,
I want
ever.
to let the people that haven't had a chance to speak. I'm sorry. Come on.
Kelvin hasn't had the chance to speak.
Who?
Kelvin.
Please be
Kelvin's been
Kelvin.
there for a while.
Yeah, he's been there for a
and
while.
Chloe, you chilling, just relax. You got a double roof? Woo, give me $100. You got a double roof? Give me $100. Come on, speak, Kevin. Come on, brother. Come on. The
Hey,
stage is
yo, you know what's crazy? It's raining over here. It's raining, so it's going in and out. I know you can hear me now.
yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna get straight to the point. I don't believe Diddy should be home, man. Like that state of mind. I've been hating him back in the day when he
We
had
got
making the
come on,
band
come on.
and he had homies doing fetching for cakes and stuff. He was violating dudes like on camera, like that dude, man. I'm like, bro, this type of dude, and people doing it for the money, and he over here thinking he like king son. I don't know. I just never was feeling that. And with all this, I feel like this is like karma. Like he got to pay for all that. That's it.
Barbecue. Okay, thank you, brother. Who next? Who haven't had a chance to speak? John Dog?
I
Come on,
Jada.
Jay.
Yeah.
I just joined because I saw like y'all talking about Diddy and Cassie situation and how Cassie. I just feel like Cassie just allowed too much. Like I feel like women need to learn that they are responsible for their own safety. As grown women, you're not a child. You can say no. You don't allow certain things. I mean, you got that power to say
Thank
no.
you.
Okay, all right. Did anybody get a chance to speak? Anybody else? Was you through, Jada?
Yeah, I was giving the opening the floor so if anybody had something to rebuttal to that, so
You see that? People
So
know
I
how to
keep
come and fly that plane and just land it. They don't gotta be talking for 3 hours. Come on, who didn't get a chance to speak? Who next?
I keep seeing people in the comments saying that she was groomed.
One thing
And
we
that's
don't do,
something
excuse me, young lady, we let them
uh-huh.
come and live in their own world unless they want to come up and be with us. But we're not gonna let them derail the conversation. But if you feel it's something valid, then go with it, sister.
It's definitely something valid because I feel like it's constantly coming up. So I have to ask,
Well, my
How
bills constantly coming up, but you sure ain't sitting on to them.
you know what I did? You didn't get my little money that I sent you. I
I'm
sent you
sorry.
some money towards
I'm
those
just messing. Come
bills.
on, come on.
um, so I just want to. I got to keep going there because I want to ask, how could we excuse the woman for being groomed, but don't excuse the man? Like, why is there always a double standard?
What I
We
don't
don't
want to
So,
have, what
excuse
I don't want to
either.
have is a circular. You're gonna get tied into some circle. I heard them going back and forth about an hour about this.
about
Well,
groom,
if we got
yes.
somebody with certain information, see, this is what I learned also. Facts, data, and statistics are amazing. See, they leave mute conversation to what mute conversations are. But when
Hmm.
people just want to talk, they can go on and on and on. I'm sorry, y'all. I
On
just
and
feel
on
good
and
on this.
on and on.
Come on.
Why
I'm
can't
off
we
the
say the
clock.
same thing about the man? So it's a known fact that Kels was molested since an early age. They
I
threw
don't
him
think
right
you
to
gotta
the
be careful with these words.
Oh, okay. They threw him right to the wolves, is what I'm saying.
Hey,
Nobody is saying nothing about
We
because he was
made it
groomed,
four
everybody else
hours.
is more
I'm trying to make it
responsible.
another five, y'all. So if we be careful, they ain't gonna cut us off. When you say one more word, they gonna cut us off, sister.
All right,
And I'm gonna cut
I ain't gonna say one more word.
us.
But what I'm saying is that
Okay, we got to
it's a
bring him
double
up.
it's a
Come on,
double
sister. Come on.
standard.
Oh, please tap the screen. It's over 200 people.
Y'all
We
ain't even
still
got me
don't
at a
have
point. You
100,000.
know what?
Please tap the screen.
I feel what Angelita's saying, but a lot of people did forgive it. But it was just then you had some people say, okay, well, we can't
I'm
forgive
gonna
what she
snap.
did just because
I'm
something
snap.
Everybody
happened.
needs to be in jail. Cassie,
We,
she needs to be in jail.
if
Then
I
if we gotta
move
send
you,
everybody in jail,
hold
then
on,
everybody gotta
But
go
she
to
not the one
jail.
being
hold
charged. We
on,
got to go off the
hold
facts.
on.
Who getting
If
charged?
you, hold on. If you get moved, there's no disrespect because it's people down there they want to talk. If I move you, I'm gonna bring you right back if you want to come right back. So
You can
don't get
drop
up.
me.
Oh, she's
You
cammed
can
up.
drop me.
No, I ain't dropping you nowhere. You on camera. We love the camera.
Damn, butterfly. No, let me stop.
You
You
can
stay on
though.
camera.
It's fine
We
either
love the
way.
camera. Don't you move. Only way people on camera move if they move themselves. I ain't gonna touch you.
Doesn't matter. I was just saying hi before I dropped down, but you can put
Okay.
somebody in my spot because I've been here in and out
It's
today.
cool,
So
but you
I
engaging and you talking. See, people be up
okay.
here
I didn't know if it
doing
was just
other
like okay.
things. They don't be engaged. They be up
So,
here trying to
host
be a
Jupiter, which is
okay.
porcelain, is up, and I think her and Rich were having a conversation, and she
Yeah.
dropped
Yes.
down, and so just
Yeah.
wait.
No, I
She
just
had to
wanted
go
to
get on
say
her clean
Rich asked
page.
So
me.
whoever want to come back and you can come right back. We'll let you back in. We here. Long as they don't push us out, we gonna be here. We gonna have these conversations and we gonna get into it and we gonna build. And we gonna show love, we gonna show respect.
Thank you, host. Rich asked me on my sensitive page if my husband would let another man defecate in my face. I don't give my husband that much power over me to allow him to dictate if what some other person can do first. I'm my own woman first.
Water,
So
man.
I'm not going to be some doormat and allow him to have
They don't
total
want us
dominion
using
over me.
this sister. They
I'm
don't
not
want us
ever
using.
going to let a
Okay,
man
look, they
defecate in
sent
my
me a
face.
message. We using that word too much, and so this is what I learned.
I don't
This
know what this.
now listen. This is what I learned. If you say certain things, they'll let. Oh, go you girl. I'm gonna talk to you. If you say certain things, they send you a message and they'll let it rock. But if you say these things within 20, 30 seconds, they gonna get us up.
It's triggering. Okay,
Not for them. I'm saying, ain't yeah,
mudslide. I
trigger.
just say
That's a good word.
mudslide.
This is a
If
narcissist.
he would mud,
Do
I'm
number two.
playing
Do
mud.
number two.
Okay,
No,
number
just
two.
let's just get off there because it's hard. I
But now
see
I
y'all
feel.
keep
But look,
saying it.
hold
People
on.
keep on going and using words that's just too. It's too.
Okay, yeah, because I
I
don't
don't even know
know
what to say about it. I
But
can't.
me either. I'm
hold on,
just
let me just land
confused.
my plane real quick when it
I'm
comes
gonna
to
let TikTok get y'all. I don't want TikTok get me. I just
I,
got here.
I'm
Come
not
on.
saying I ain't saying would you allow it. I'm just saying because like a lot of stuff a woman won't
You just
allow a man
showed
to
the
do, but that
flex
ain't
you
gonna stop him
want.
from asking. That's not gonna
Come
stop
on,
him from,
girl.
you know what I'm saying? So that's the point without asking. So it's more so like you wouldn't even talk to a dude who would either risk asking that type of question is basically what I was getting at.
Sir, what I'm trying to say is, when you engaging in any sexual activities with somebody, you know, I don't believe in backdooring a woman, right? So I'm not going to allow a man to backdoor me. There's people that's with that. You know, I don't want to endure the pain or to think about it. And I'm not judging no women who want to get
You
down
got
like that.
ops. See, only the ops back though. You got to be careful who you hanging out with. Cause they do a
Oh
lot of
my
that in
God,
Chicago.
host,
Back
you
door, they
are
come
on
through the
one.
back door. They call my phone, and I relinquish the message, and here it is. I'm your op. I'm standing right next to you. All right, I'm sorry. Come on,
All I'm
come on.
saying is that you allow a person whatever type of, you know, whatever you allow. I'm the woman, so I'm
We're
in
gonna pull you
control
up
over
in a minute.
everything
Rubber
that I
down there.
want
We're gonna
done
pull
in that
y'all up.
type of bedroom setting, right? If I don't want to do the do with multiple people in that area, guess what? If another woman decide to walk in and say, "Hey, we about to go down, all three of us," I'm gonna get up and say, "Not me. Y'all can have each other," and I'm out. The fact that you're playing a bit dumb and oh, I had no option to leave. What kept you there?
Power.
Finances kept you there. The desire of
Money.
wanting a
But
better
your
life.
man love you
The
though. You feel
desire
me?
of wanting a better
That
life. Just
money.
like nobody asking these women to go to Dubai for that type of experience. Guess what's making them charter those planes? The illusion of getting that $10,000 per drop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's
Mm-hmm.
forcing them to go over there.
Okay, okay. Did everybody get a chance to speak?
No, I mean Jada, she feels the same way that I feel. I just wish no everybody wanted to talk to me. You
We
know, give
spoke.
Jada the pushback.
Well, no, there's no pushback. We good up here.
Yeah, Jada's great too because
It's
she
so
has the same
porcelain.
ideology.
It's okay. I got all the pushback earlier.
I
Everybody
don't
on
hear.
this
Also,
I
I'm
don't
stage
know.
was
not you. You
going
the
against.
moderator.
No, I don't hear the problem. I'm not hearing. I'm
I
not.
just I just think I have a way with my words and the way frame things, and people don't usually take offense to when I say stuff.
Right. So I don't understand what I
Okay,
missed.
Jada.
I've
Okay.
been drinking water, so y'all got to.
But I do agree with Jupiter. Everything Jupiter is saying, I agree with that.
And I agree
Jupiter.
with everything you said.
I wonder is Jupiter and
Everything you said.
I agree
so
with everything Jupiter said too.
you
And
know
I
Jada.
what?
agree with
I
all
can't
three of
even.
y'all. I just don't
I'm
understand.
asking about Jupiter.
I'm
I,
sorry,
cousin.
host.
Y'all
since I've
cousin.
been sitting on this panel and people take me, it's not a game. I be serious. I really want to sing Cassie's song. Can
I told
somebody?
you one.
But
Nobody
that's the
wants.
thing, host. Nobody
It's
can sing
cool.
her
People
song
want.
because it
It's
wasn't a
sad
hit.
that people don't want to. They hating on the young lady, and they don't want to sing her song, and it's sad. We should be come together and sing this song.
I couldn't
It
tell you
ain't.
a Cassie
I'm
song to
You
serious,
save
y'all.
me.
You
Me
ain't
either.
gonna
I don't even
I'm
know
smile.
it.
sorry,
You
but
really
she was
is,
a
cause
little
I got.
irrelevant
I'm the number.
musically
But why was she irrelevant?
because she didn't have
Jax.
talent. Like her talent wasn't that grand. She wasn't no Beyonce. She wasn't no Rihanna. She
Come
wasn't.
on, Jax.
She was never up there.
Hey, Marie had a hit song.
Come, come here.
I mean,
Come
she
here.
was she more popular than Cassie.
Right.
And y'all ain't gonna just say the girl ain't get poppin' because Diddy ain't wanted to get poppin', man. Come on. You ain't gotta be that as many motherfuckers out here that's not
Oh
talented
my
that's making.
God.
How y'all feel about him having free to God up there? He got free to God.
I mean, I just want to be clear. I'm not excusing anything that he did, but I just my how I operate in life, how corporations operate in life is somebody say or you on a job, there's things that's in place for you to go to people. You get lawsuits, you can sue these people. I'm not going to stay in something like that for 10 years. I will never understand why, even though I know why. Like I said, I just believe that she feared being in poverty. She feared poverty more than she feared anything.
But who was she
She
talking
looked
to
at,
before
And I
getting
I
it?
like
think
how you said
also
that. You said poverty. You say that, and you got an accent.
I,
Where
I
you from?
also think
yeah, I
she
try to control
Oh,
my
that's
accent.
Cassie's song right there?
Yep.
Okay, I
What
know
is
We
that
can't
that?
song.
play it.
I
We
do know
can't play
that
it.
song.
Host.
We
Oh
can't
my
play it.
God. This
Can't play it.
man
You got to cut
We
it
here.
gonna
off.
stop the live. We can't play it.
Oh, I'm sorry, but she did have a hit
No, we
Okay,
song.
I
can't
know
play
that
Oh,
that.
I
song. I
thought it
take
was
that
the
back.
host
I know that
playing
one.
What is
that.
that?
That's
I want
crazy.
us to
What
come
song is
together.
that?
Crazy.
Come
I
on.
feel like these references are being referred to like the example. A
Sister, we
deer
try.
should be responsible
That
for when
song
they get
hard
shot
though.
because they
You
knew it
have
was
to go
country.
find this. They called me pick me. You have to go find that song. You couldn't name that tune when he called it out.
No, I knew she had. I didn't know the name of it, but I knew the beat of it. I
Yeah,
sung it in my
that's hard.
head. Yeah, I knew the beat. I just didn't know the name of it.
y'all remember that song Cassie had with Nicki Minaj,
No.
No.
Somebody said they love our content.
Boys.
Y'all causing that. I love your content. They said they're gonna knock your daddy out. So we're not gonna advocate for knocking nobody out. But the people up here with their energy. We appreciate
No, we
everybody.
not.
Somebody got a ceiling fan. Give me $100.
Well,
They get
host,
money.
if they
We got
love the
ceiling.
content, they need to start tapping.
You know
Lock
what?
speed.
Thank you, sister. You know what?
Turn the comments off, host, until we
I'm
get
gonna
to
turn them off. You know
100K.
what? Come on, let me turn these comments off. Let me turn them off.
Host, you never turn out the comments. I try to tell y'all to get to
I'm gonna
100K.
turn
I
the
try to
comments
We,
warn
off
uh,
right
y'all.
now.
we have over 200 people in here. There's
It's
no reason.
ridiculous.
Knock that like
And we
button out.
gonna have this
Knock it
conversation
out.
all night. So if y'all don't want to stay after I turn the comments, go on get out there. Now, come on, what you doing? Come on, y'all. Let me put the thing on.
So, like I was saying, I feel like the example is kind of related to you calling out a deer as Cassie, blaming her for getting shot because it was hunting season, because she
It's
was
you,
in the
Q.
forest, and you should have known what you signed up for. Even though there's a man there with a pum that has all the power to dominate this person in general.
But
That doesn't
here's the
make sense for
thing.
me to
Here's the
say.
thing. The deer doesn't have the option to say no to getting shot.
They do.
This
They live in the
girl,
forest, so they're in that environment.
They can
but
run.
it's
Hold
different with a
on, please let
relationship.
Jada talk, please.
It's
She
I
been
was
really
interrupting
different
her.
talking.
with a
I thought you
relationship
didn't hear
because
that when I was talking.
A
it's
bomb.
really different with a relationship because you have that option to say no. You have that option to leave. A deer doesn't have the option to not get shot.
Pew pew.
Pew
Hey, but
pew.
what if
Sorry.
that's
Does
y'all?
not
What
have
if
an
that's y'all
option
daughter?
to
Like, how do you get
What
your
you
daughter
got
out of
there,
that
bro?
situation? Like, if your daughter Cassie right now,
If
you know
she
that's going
wanna
on. What do you do?
stay, she stays. If she wanna leave, she leaves.
You gonna let your
I've
daughter
been in
stay?
the
But
mental
they gonna
health
call you
field
a
for
bad
over
parent, mama.
15
Like,
years, and I think that some people don't have the experience with mental health and patience with mental health, so they only look through the eyes of their experience. Which I feel like Jupiter and Job, I
I'm in
think
the
that
mental
you.
health field. I'm in the mental health field. You know what a masochist is.
So I
You know
think
what a
that you guys might
narcissistic
have had
person is.
experiences that gratefully that you've probably had good experiences in your life, that you
Hold
haven't
on.
had these type of experiences, which is wonderful. I just want you guys
Uh-huh.
to open your eyes to some people do, and some people do handle it different. And you guys just seem
Well,
like you're strong people, and what you're doing is
hey,
correct.
I
You should
played
not allow
good.
people to do that. But also realize us, like you're saying, you're in that field. You're strong, and you're in that field for a reason to help other people that are not as capable as you.
I was in Cassie position. You just gonna let her stay? Like, what kind, I don't know. I'm
It's
from
My
the
up.
daughter
hood.
wouldn't
It's
be in
up to
Cassie's
her.
If
position. My
that
daughter
shit would
wouldn't
have
be in
happened to somebody
Cassie's
in my family,
position.
my
It's up
granddaddy would
to
have
her
pulled
to
that
make that
12 gauge and went and
decision.
snatched his
It's
daughter.
really up to her to make the decision. If she want to choose
Hold
to
on, hold
stay,
on.
we can't stop
I
her.
like it.
What? You crazy?
I
Yes,
like
you
to listen.
can.
I like these brothers.
Papa.
All right, come on.
Host is trying to talk. Host, you didn't turn the
Mm-mm.
comments off. You didn't turn the comments off.
Okay,
Host
I
over there
got.
drinking that water. He ain't trying to talk. He
That
eating.
ain't no water.
That
Nah,
is.
yeah, nah, I ain't got. I ain't
That
drinking
ain't
no
that.
liquor.
That's that drinking of.
That's a water.
I
Nah,
ain't
you
drinking no
sipping that
liquor.
motherfucker a little too hard for it to be some water. That's that drink.
Can I ask Jada
I
a
ain't doing no
question?
drinking. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't doing
Jada,
no drinking.
quick question. So, do you feel empathy for Diddy?
Uh, like it's like I think that Diddy had got like I correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he get like absolved or something like that? I heard like the case was like kind of like thrown out. Was that true?
This case? No, they just made a verdict on 3 out of the 5 or 4 out of the 5 charges today.
Okay, so um, I mean, I don't feel any type of empathy towards him. No, I don't.
Okay, that's what I was
Um,
curious of because
yeah.
that was the only difference. I think that's where, when Jupiter was talking earlier, I think that was where a lot of people, and I will be the first to say it because I tell people all the time, I'm not on here to agree with you, and you can't tussle me into submission. Like you can't make me say uncle. I'm a, ride on my
Wait,
own
hold on.
opinion.
Wait a minute. Wait, I got
Um,
to push back for you, sister. You said I can't
what?
tussle you. Where you at?
No,
Where you at? Where's you at?
no.
You said I can't tussle
I
you. I
But
think
ain't even
my
been up
thing
on here
is
see.
with Diddy,
No, I
he
cut her
has
off. I
like
cut her off. You gotta let her speak. I'm sorry. You let her speak. I'm sorry. I
okay.
cut her off.
I think
Then
the
you
thing
come
with
right after
Diddy,
her.
I think with Diddy is he had like the smex trafficking thing that was going on but I think that they threw that out. Like if he did that, I don't have any empathy towards him.
That's what he's on trial for.
Yeah,
That's one of
so
the RICO charges, right?
yeah,
So
I don't have any empathy towards him.
if he's found guilty, I mean, it's okay that we
That's not a
allegedly have an
legitimate
alleged
charge, but
mindset, right? That's fine. Like whatever your opinion is, okay. I was just like curious because when you said I agree with everything Jupiter said, that's one of the things Jupiter said. She said, I don't have empathy for Cassie. I have empathy for Diddy. So I was just curious if you
I
were like
I kind of
on that too.
like to that. I kind of see what Jupiter is saying because she may feel like Diddy is not it's not proving that he did anything yet. You know what I'm saying? There's no
Thanks.
like if
Wait a minute, Jada, you flip flopping now.
so. But I'm
What
saying
you
on
doing?
her. I'm speaking like from her perspective.
But no,
Like
it's
Video.
your perspective, right? That's I
yes,
mean,
I
what if
take
I
Yeah,
I'm
get
I'm
you?
taking
asking you
both.
about you.
I'm
But Jada
talking
made
in
it where
retrospect. I'm talking
exactly.
in
Thank you, Jada.
retrospect.
out of the
So
water, I'm having a little orange juice.
if she feels like from her
Cheers.
mindset, if she feel like from her mindset that Diddy has not been proven guilty or he don't have enough evidence against him, then
Right.
she has that right to feel like that. But I feel like I have enough evidence. I feel like from the evidence that is present, I feel like I believe that he could do something like that. So that's why I say
Okay.
that.
Thank you for answering.
The only
Yes,
person I feel like
speculation.
that
That's not ever
deserve
there. Let's
empathy
get
in this
that together.
situation
That's speculation
would
now.
be
That ain't ever.
the accusations against Justin Bieber. That's where my heart just crashed and crumbled because that was a child. Anything beyond the age of 18, don't look for no empathy, sympathy, any of that from me. Not at all. Not at
Usher was a
all.
child too, Jupiter. But
Cassie
but I
wasn't a
hold
child. Cassie wasn't a child when Diddy
Usher
married her.
was a
Cassie
child,
was
huh?
not a child.
Usher
Cassie was
He was
was.
above
I want to
age.
13.
say she
Cassie
was like
was
Usher
18,
above
19.
He was
age.
was.
13. He
Usher
had
was
to,
a child.
I
I
he
said
had
blame
Well,
his
Cassie.
she
I
said
thought you
she
mom.
said
was.
Cassie.
Oh no, I was saying Usher when you mentioned
Oh, I
Justin
thought you said
Bieber.
Cassie.
No, hon.
Yeah,
I mentioned Usher and the fact that I blame his mom too, Usher's mom too, because she basically gave her son to Diddy. You know who does that? So I don't. I think in these situations there are more people involved, and more people should be held accountable when it comes to these children for allowing these things to happen. The parents, handlers, managers, whatever, all involved should be held responsible, not just one person.
I ain't
but
gonna
it's
lie,
still
I am
like when
empathetic
you
to Cassie
I
18
getting
agree,
kicked
but
years
in
I
the
old,
head
you
also
can
though.
make
feel
your own
like
decision.
I also
Period.
feel like the conversation is very nuanced. Like there's no definitive evidence. That's why some people feel like it could happen. Some people feel like it couldn't happen, and that they just setting him up because it's not really been proven if this
Exactly.
thing happened yet. It's not. It's all alleged.
Right.
In the head though, that's a fact. We saw that shit on camera.
Saw him
I got
abuse her
empathy
on
for a
camera, so
man.
That's
that's
correct.
part of the
Whooped
reason
her on
why
that
I
Hold
do
on,
ass.
believe
let's
he
talk about
could.
that. Hold on. I want to
That's
talk
not
That's
what
about
not
he's
what
on
he on
trial for,
trial.
though.
Right.
No,
Just
no,
so
no.
you
We're
know,
gonna
that's
talk
not
Exactly.
what
about
What
he's
he
on
on
that
trial
trial
right now.
for.
for?
Let's have a conversation about it. Let's have a conversation about it.
I wasn't saying it to you, Rich. Just anybody that was like gonna think, it's 200 people in here, but a lot of people think that's one. Some people are so like
Can we stop when the
misconceived.
I
host
got
be
you.
trying to talk? It's like we are
No,
just ignoring him.
it's
Let's
okay.
hold off.
Listen,
When we
this
see him open his mouth, move his
I love.
hands, let's pause.
It's cool. That's why I love it. Because the communication is we trying to learn how to communicate or no? Most people not. And I'm okay with that, sister. I let them, I just come on. That's all. But anyway, I wanted to ask a question about what the brothers used the analogy punted on them. So what should happen to him as a result of that? Everybody.
I mean, personally, I feel like that's where you need you supposed to have a man in your corner that's supposed to come step to him. You feel what I'm saying? Now we know he not getting prosecuted for that, but I just look at this like it's real life.
Oh, hold on, brother. See, that's why I asked you what I asked. He most definitely being prosecuted for that. But I'm gonna let you
I
continue.
thought he said he wasn't getting charged for the DV. He wasn't getting
And
charged for
Listen,
didn't
the DV.
he
the way
pay
I'm
her a
it's
certain
going,
amount of money? Didn't he pay Cassie a
Right.
certain amount of
this
$30
why
money?
million. dollars.
this
Yeah,
why
she
we have
got
to
paid. She got a
this why
payout.
we this why we have to listen to learn. A lot of people don't understand what I just said. He's most definitely being persecuted for that. They're not understanding.
Oh yes.
Persecuted, not
If you
prosecuted.
think about what
It
I'm
sounded like
trying,
he said
Prosecuted.
prosecuted at
prosecuted and
first.
persecuted is one and the same. Yes, she's
Yep.
being prosecuted for that. It may not be on paper in black and white, but you best believe everybody in that jury box seen that video and they have it.
Yep.
I need y'all to follow me. Where we at?
No, yeah, and they coming with a biased opinion.
Let me
Everybody
be
keep
quiet. I'm gonna
attaching
be quiet.
circumstances.
I'm gonna let me.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna be
But
right.
I
quiet.
said that on here the
No,
other
don't
day,
be
host.
quiet,
I was
host.
like, you can't unsee what you've already seen as a juror, right? I said that. We were talking about that.
Like
Yeah,
it
but
had
the tape was
it
the
was
tape was
literal
shown
proof.
I'm
at the
just saying. Oh,
trial.
hold on. I'm just trying to make a point. A lot of our fathers whooped on our moms and they exes, and a lot of our sisters done did certain things to the brother, and we know this. They way worse than that. I believe it. I know. I don't know where y'all been. I don't know what y'all eyes look like, but I seen it way worse than that. They outside. I'm
Man,
just
I
saying.
feel that. I feel that, host, but
And then,
everybody grow up different. See, my granddaddy didn't
and
play
in
that.
Islamic
People be
countries, they get
whooping.
away
People
from
be
they get
But
whooping.
away with it
we
in
not
People
in
Islamic
be
the
whooping
countries.
Islamic
their
countries
Let's
in
kids.
the
talk about it.
United
And
States
I
of
done seen
America.
a
in
parent
Islamic
take that
countries, they
backhand
use
and hit
actual
their little
belts. They
baby
get
and the
down
I
baby
with
fell
can't hear
down.
kidnapping.
you, host. Everybody's talking. I can't hear you.
Come
We in the
on, let me
United
talk.
States, we can't use that Islamic nonsense. We talking about in the USA. Man, if well, how my family was, you put a hand on something, I'm from the country, they're gonna go grab that gauge and come gun you down. That's all I'm saying. So
My
it's just
family.
different.
Cap,
Don't
you
say that
cap,
Rich,
word.
Rich, you must.
you
I don't
cap.
know
You
where you
alive.
stand,
Hold
but
on,
if
let me
you
call
see
that
how
young
women
brother
are
out.
out here
I'm
conducting
so sorry.
themselves, they'll
Hold on.
challenge you to a brawl
I'm
any
I
sorry.
day.
want to call that young brother out. I'm gonna call Cap on it.
Ugh.
This is what I learned about us. Well, we'll say this, right? We got three sisters. Somebody come touch one of them, we finna go left for that one. And we not here to protect the other two. See, this logic that people be speaking makes no sense. You leave your wife because you unalived him for doing that. Now you left your wife and the rest of your family to be unprotected. So I deem people being very emotional when they go get that what you said because I don't want to say it, and then they go knock the person down. I'm
I am from Baltimore,
Let
and we
me
don't
get
play
my
like
rebuttal
that.
though.
If you
Let me
see,
get my
it don't have to
rebuttal.
be your sister, it don't have to be your mother, brother, it don't have to be a family member. When a man is
listen.
on the street and they see a woman getting abused, anybody, a woman shouldn't do it either. It's very much not hard for us.
But I'm saying let me just get my rebuttal because it ain't when you in the country, bro. It's different. Like you got the right to do that. You know what I'm saying? It just depend on your state. People old school, they don't believe in that. You get what I'm saying? It just see you from Chicago, so it's a little different. I'm from rural Alabama, bro. Folks don't play that.
No, it
Get
ain't no different. If
they'll
something
come get
happens to
you.
somebody, we doing the same thing. We men. That's what men do. I'm just saying we'll get free with certain things. Come on, they going wow. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's just, I,
Is what I was saying. It's a lot of hyena women out here that provoke men that would provoke anybody in a brawl. They don't have any discernment. So when you say if you see somebody fighting, like a man fighting a woman in the middle of the street, if I'm with my husband and I see a woman getting knocked upside her head, you think that I'm gonna sacrifice my husband for her and tell him to go in, intervene and stop that? No. If she's over there getting bashed in the skull, guess what? We're gonna get in our car, call the police, and pull off. I'm
I,
not gonna sacrifice my husband for
I
her. She
feel
shouldn't
that,
be out there alone.
but that's that's just a random. I'm talking about like
Yeah, I don't care
when
anybody.
it's
I
in
don't
your.
care
I'm
who it
saying when
is.
it's in your
My family
family.
or nobody's gonna get sacrificed.
I
Shut your mouth
understand.
and
I
de-escalate
get
the
what you're saying, but
situation.
I'm saying
Live to see us.
in
Live to
people's.
see
Hold
another
on,
day.
let me get my point out. I'm saying in people family, some folks really don't play that. See, I don't know how everybody raised. Down south in Alabama, you can if a man put his hands on a woman, and a lot of times, like you said, you get the hyena women out here, you do, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you got a bunch of drunk men or whatever who been abused themselves, who will still gonna
Hmm.
put their hands on a woman, on somebody's child, on somebody's sister, and then they daddy gonna come for you. No matter what you try to say, how cool you try to make it sound, somebody gonna come for you. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
It's
but
an
I seen a
I'm from
situation like that
Alabama, so it's a
occurred on
little
the
different.
internet where she called her brothers, and guess what he did? Unalive both of her brothers. Good for her brothers. Ha ha ha. They both in the ground trying to go over there to save the
there is,
sister.
you can
He
say
popped
good
both of them
for it,
off. It was all over
It
Facebook. She
was that
called both of
football
her
player
brothers over
because she
there.
lied about the situation. I'm talking about
It doesn't
situation.
matter. She called her brothers over there,
Yeah,
Rich.
but
She
that's what I'm
did
saying. That's
exactly
that's
what
a
you
that's
said.
a
They went
one
over there to
time
defend
situation.
her. He did his door and he gave them a surprise of a lifetime, dropped them both. Two funerals in one day.
And I look, and I feel that, but then you got the other side too. Where the somebody gonna still come answer that. It ain't gonna go like how you said it. So it's about 50-50. I'm just saying everybody ain't gonna play that shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm
y'all
just
Yeah,
saying.
know
I'm
we
just saying,
ain't.
like when you live in a community that just don't play it, it just don't happen. But
Yeah,
when you
it's
live in
hard
a
to explain.
community
I done seen it
that's
with
like
my
a
own
here,
eyes.
there, it's gonna happen more often. It don't happen around here because it's a law. It's an unspoken law. We don't play that. We don't jump
I done
people.
seen dudes
We
get
don't do that.
kidnapped after they put their hand. I seen that with my eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? So it just
Yeah,
depends
like
on what you
no, we
do.
don't do that. And that's to me, that's a fear mentality. If you don't want to be involved in anything, that's a fearful type of person to me. And I'm
Sean,
not
I'm
I
telling you
don't
right
fear
now, if I
nothing.
was to see you on the streets getting beat by a man, and me and my husband saw you getting beat by a man, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna keep it pushing because you should have shut your mouth, de-escalated the situation, and walked away. Period.
And that's
De-escalate.
fine, but
No,
guess
but
what?
hold on.
I
What if
got
she?
God, so you wouldn't be the one to come get me anyway.
But what if she de-escalated the situation and walked away and bro went and grabbed her from the back of her head and tossed her to the ground?
About all these hypotheticals, we're
I
not
done
gonna dance
seen
with
it,
it.
bro. I'm
Just
in
walk away
Atlanta. I
and
see that shit
run.
all the
Real
time
stuff
down
Maybe
that
there.
you,
I
maybe
live
happens.
it's
right
an
My
impoverished
best friend
environment with
there. That
high
was
shit
crime
killed
happens
over
by
there. I
all the
don't
the
know.
reason I
time.
find
I'm
it
not in
personal.
those environments. I don't know.
Yeah, I done seen it. Just cause you
Yeah,
ain't, but
so you
just cause
shouldn't
you
speak
not
on
in it,
things
don't
you
mean
don't
other
know.
folks ain't in it. That's what
It seems
all I'm
like you
trying
had
to
a
say.
very privileged life, and you're
Excuse me.
unrealistic
Hold
about
on.
most things.
Hold on a second. Hold on. We got unapologetic here. She been very patient. I'm sorry, sister. We was cooking, and I appreciate your patience. I want to give you the stage and let you speak. And if you want to speak for an hour, go ahead.
No, I'm not about to speak for no hour. But no, so for the thing
And I'm
is, first
sorry
we got
to
to stop excuse.
listen. I can't
You
find
ain't
the
gotta
apology.
apologize. I don't
No,
take it
I was
personal.
speaking
I'm a
to
patient
you
person.
here now. I was speaking to the other people. Come on, sis. Come on.
Yeah, I think we apologize. We got to stop excusing people's bad behavior for the titles that they have, right? That's for one. For two, you can only feel sorry for somebody one time, right? Because I can allow something one time. And what I mean by that is if I allow somebody to do it, after that, I got to hold myself accountable, right? Because
Clock it.
I am already aware of what you made yourself capable of doing to me, right? So when at any point, and I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying when at any point are people going to start holding Cassie responsible, accountable for what she allowed,
Never.
right?
Never.
And this is the thing,
Never.
she allowed it, right? When people give you the blueprint on how to treat them, then that's on you, right? People are only going to treat you the way you allow them to treat you. At no given moment was it to where she was in a situation where she couldn't leave the situation because of certain circumstances. Yes, it did keep her around, but a lot of people keep excusing it. But if you even go back to the days of when Biggie Smalls' mom spoke about Diddy and the type of person he was, right? Did you want to put yourself in a situation, say, okay, let me get my own interpretation out of this person or my own perception out of this person so I could gain a coming through an interaction with my person, right? So once he showed you who he was, right? Because he shows everybody who he is in the beginning, it's on you to continue to keep on. So I'm not saying what he did was right, but how do you knock somebody for doing something that somebody allowed it? So at the end of the day, am I excusing? Absolutely not. But then how could you be mad at somebody for only doing what somebody allowed them to do, right? That just like if you accept your husband back for cheating, right? And then you continue to keep allowing him to cheat on you, right? You're no longer the victim anymore, right? Because you have to hold yourself accountable for allowing this person to do what you allow them to do. Yes, you can forgive somebody, but for what, how many times can you forgive somebody? Yeah, they say give people grace, but when does grace become a place where it dries up and it's no longer a substance anymore, right? So I'm not saying he's right for what he did. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is when are we going to hold the people accountable for it, right? I'm not, am I mad at Diddy? Do I think he should be criminalized for it? No, because there's many of actors that's not the same race as us that do the same exact thing. And guess what? They don't get drug in the mud like this at all whatsoever, right? It's not a whole thing and it doesn't go on and on and on and on. But because of the outer skin, does it happen? Absolutely, right? And when BLK women speak up and tell you exactly what happened, right? They get took through the mud from here to Zimbabwe, right? And they're, oh, it was your fault, and it was this, and it was that, or whatever, because that's just how the world works now, right? And I'm like I said, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying at the end of the day, we have to look at situation for what it really is. If tables were turned, would it be different? Absolutely so, right? So how could you be mad at him? Is he a sick-minded person? Absolutely, right? Criminally? No. You know why? He didn't do nothing against
That
what he
Bobby a
wasn't
long
allowed to
way,
do.
sister. In Georgia, that far. That's a long way, sister.
What did he do? What did he do that she didn't allow? She even said she allowed it. You went back consistently, right? And I know people can say when you're brainwashed and when you're this and when you're that or whatever, right? Was it that or was it, the money was good enough for you to stay? Sometimes it goes to show you the root of the power of money and how it can mentally control everything that you do in your life. And that's why I said I feel like it was the money situation that actually mentally controlled everything about her. It had absolutely nothing to do with anything else but money. And then people keep saying, oh, she's scared, she's scared, she's scared. How are you scared to walk away from somebody who actually didn't say, I was going to take you out if you leave me, right? At no given moment, even the power that he had, you walked away. So when you chose to walk away, why would you turn around and walk back if it was such a bad thing? And I feel like this, we're criminalizing him more than she actually is willing to, right? Apparently her life was just worth 30. Everything she went through was worth $30 million and I could walk away. Or however much money she got, she was okay with that money. And she was willing to hush and not say nothing about it. So that lets you know that it isn't her that cares about the whole situation. Guess what it is? It's us. It's not even her. That's it.
Thank you, sister. Thank you,
I think
sister.
only I think only
Everything
Hold
what
on,
you
hold
said.
on, hold on, hold on.
I feel like
We gotta allow space for other people to speak. The young country girl just came up. We're gonna allow you to speak. Speaker, come on, speaker
Hey,
to the
how y'all doing? I actually just rolling through TikTok, but I just believe, my opinion. I think that she wanted the wealth. It wasn't she was forced. She ain't nobody make her do shit.
mm,
I just feel
come
like
on,
she enjoyed the money. She
you
enjoyed the
cussing off top. Come on with it.
as far as it was all about the money. She was young, she didn't know, but you can't blame it on like not knowing right
We
from wrong.
almost at 100K. Y'all get us to
Not
200K.
right
I'm
from wrong. I
sick
just
of
felt
you.
like she enjoyed the lifestyle, the money, the fame. And I felt like, I believe in, if you love someone, you love them. But if you love them with toxic, that's what you are. If you love them with them stealing, that's what the fuck you are. You know, and that's what I believe. I don't know. I just feel like that. I feel like she was a woman that enjoyed her lifestyle, and when he wanted to turn
I
to this
told you.
lover guy and date
He'll take
someone
your
else, she was
stomach.
jealous. She was very jealous, and she wanted that. She always wanted him to be that for her, but she got tied in with the money. It's the root of all evil, like my friend lady was saying on TikTok.
I think two things can be true. I think everybody trying to force one thing. Like she could have wanted the money and it could have been the other stuff at the same time. It wasn't just one way. I think that's what everybody arguing. It's okay for like multiple things to be true at once.
and I wanted the money, but I don't see how that makes sense for him to not still be at fault. I don't. To me, that just
Because
doesn't make sense just because
because
it's
if
one way and
can
one.
I respond to that? It's because it's an integrity thing. She always has the option to not take the money, and she chose the money over
Yep.
morals,
Yep.
and she went against her own better judgment. She went against herself, and she chose that. That was her decision. She
And she.
chose,
I'm sorry.
and
Sorry.
and
There's unseen.
Hold on, somebody. We gotta get.
I think that she got what she deserved because of that. Those beatings, those I'm not saying that she should have gotten that, but I believe that's a
You gotta
consequence
be
to
careful
making
with
those
these
decisions.
words.
I apologize. I
Nah,
think
you
that
ain't
is a
gotta apologize.
consequence
Come
for her
on,
decision.
talk the talk.
So I think those things are things that happen to her that maybe to us we just keep thinking about the money because maybe that's what you would want out of it. But I think there's things that she has experience that is a consequence of those decisions. So she didn't just get scot free because maybe you want $30 million, and in your mind, if you got 30 million, that would be scot free. There's people that have money all the time and unalive themselves. That doesn't create happiness. The trauma that she went through to me is a justification of her actions. But to say that Diddy is not responsible, that's like allowing this type of person to keep recreating itself throughout history. That's an example of Hitler. Just because they allowed him to do it,
Gotta
just
be
because
careful.
the rest
Don't say that name.
am I not allowed to? Oh, I didn't even know. I'm so
Yeah, be
sorry.
careful. Be careful.
The
Hey,
guy with the
that
But
mustache.
that's different though.
dictator.
Look at the situation they were in, right? And what I mean by that is
Put this in the chat, y'all.
people keep saying,
Hold on, the
Hold
host
on,
trying to
y'all.
talk.
We gotta allow when we get new people, we gotta try to relinquish space for them to speak. So come on, Favo, let's go, sister.
Okay.
Come on.
I've been kind of following a little bit today. Um, and
Okay.
I seen that the jury, of course, came up with a partial verdict. I'm glad the judge didn't allow them to just do that, and they have to come up with a full verdict. But those 5 charges, we don't know if he's guilty, if they saying that he's guilty or not guilty at this point. But what I can say is that from all the testimony that I've seen, even with the text messages from Cassie and everything, saying that she wanted these certain things done to her and everything. I've seen women do stuff with guys for that's not even as rich as Puff, that have been in these DV situations or these weirdo situations, and they go back to these guys all the time. So it is some kind of somewhere in your mental, you are either you're afraid of them, or you're afraid of life without them, or you think that your life won't be the same without them. I'm talking about people that don't even have any money. And I see this all the time. And I think a lot of people do. But in this situation, we want to keep talking about the money and talking about the money. It could have been a bum type dude, and they go back to them. I see it all the time. So I think that that's taken off the table. But what I do see with Diddy is a pattern of you constantly intimidating people. I've been seeing it since the 90s. So to me, I don't feel whatever charges that they can bring against them and they can pin them on it, besides the racketeering, because I don't think that they have that evidence, which is why the jury is so discombobulated right now with that and want to hear more, read more of the transcripts and stuff, because they don't have enough for that. But the other charges, the partial charges that they did find a verdict on, I believe that they're going to be all guilty verdicts. And I'll land there.
I like how the sister came
I just
in.
feel like
Hold on, the sister came in and flew first class and just peacefully landed. Come on, Liddy, come on, Liddy. Come on, Liddy. Liddy, you there? Okay, Liddy don't want
Are
to
you
speak.
talking about me?
Nah, your name
Oh.
Jada. Liddy, come on, Jada.
What's the word?
You came in, we gotta let you speak, brother. You was patient. We gotta let you get the mic. Come on.
Okay. I'm saying so. What's this topic that we got going on
Oh,
here?
you don't even know what's going on.
That's why I
This
started talking, because I was waiting for her to land her plane and respond.
okay, Liddy, give us a minute. You just listen for a
I
minute.
got you.
Come on, Jada.
So what I think it is, it's kind of like consensual abuse, because they.
I think we can't use that word neither.
Oh,
The
I think it
TikTok
was,
thing, you gotta say
but
S-A.
I think
Yeah,
it
I
was
don't know.
consensual,
Yeah.
because she's allowing those things because she doesn't love herself all the way. Yeah, I think it's like a whole thing about like being comfortable with yourself and not letting, like, being so male centered that you just let men control like every aspect of yourself, and you don't feel like you have any um
Right.
self. You don't have any self, like autonomy to yourself and your body. Like you have that autonomy to yourself that lets you, like, that intuition and that discernment to make those decisions, because that's God given. You have that opportunity to say no. It's not like it's grape or something like that. She's like allowing this stuff. Like, it's not the same.
Want to say that? Let me just.
Hold on. Was you through? Because it sounded like you just got cut off. Was you through? Jada.
Yeah, I was done. He could
Okay.
talk.
Let me just say that, because first off, I don't like when people be like they trying to attack Diddy because of his skin, because it's countless other race. You got
I never
Harvey
said
Weinstein.
that.
Hold on, not you. I'm not talking about you. Harvey Weinstein, Epstein,
But
Sandusky. It happens to all of them. So we can't just act like it's just, oh, they only do this to the black person. They only do this to the black person if they doing it. Number one, that's kind of like my main point. I don't like how we try to just throw that in there. Like they just trying to take down this super wonderful black person. Like we already know Tupac wasn't dissing him back in the day. Like we already knew what's up with Diddy. We knew he was funny style. Everybody knew this. So
I give you pushback, brother. So let me ask you this:
talk to me.
you said every last one of them brothers that got that put on them, you think they did that?
Epstein, Weinstein, they had the facts.
No, no,
Remember
no, no,
Jared
no,
from
no,
the
no.
Subway
Okay,
commercial?
let me be a little more meticulous. I'm saying all the brothers. I used that for a reason. I'm saying,
If
do
you
you
say,
think you following the question or not?
now I got what you're saying. If you saying for the brothers, it just depends on who they saying did it.
No. That's why I don't think you got it. I'm saying every brother that they claim did that. You think they all did that?
I can't say ever. Ever is a stretch because we know it
Thank you,
wasn't
brother.
ever.
That's it.
I wouldn't
I
say ever.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Come
But
on.
is it have some of them done it for sure? I just don't like if somebody said, well, MLK did that, then you know they trying to take somebody down. But this is Diddy. Like it's not some revolutionary person who was out there trying to help the black community on a daily basis. Like he wasn't doing that. The boy was getting his freak on. We know what he did. That's why he got caught for it. So I don't think they trying to take him down. I just think he was doing something he probably had no business doing, like Epstein, like Weinstein, like Sandusky, like Jared from the Subway commercial. Y'all remember the Olympic coach, whatever his name was, Nassar. I can't think of the boy's name, and they found him guilty for the same stuff. Some of these men do that. That's a man characteristic. They'll take advantage of a woman, give it any chance they got. That's just what it is, whether they allow it or not.
If anything, I would want it to be taken out of my community in particular. I'm not worried about everybody else's. If a
Me neither.
BLK man is abusing his power to other BLK men and women, that's the person I want gone first. I don't care about the YT community as
I
much.
feel the same way.
I agree.
So make the change within us.
I don't feel like they was trying to take him down. I feel like he got caught up.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Because if he wasn't doing it, like they ain't got Michael Jordan. They caught Tyler Perry for a reason because Tyler
They
Perry.
got Mike.
They ain't got Michael. Mike ain't doing nothing.
It sounds like a lot of speculation to me, y'all. That's what I hear. I'm just saying. I'm talking about on the panel. I hear what we want. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing concrete. I just hear a lot of talk.
mean, that's what
We'll
like the
find out
case.
tomorrow,
That's
I
what
guess.
like the legal system is like. We don't really even know. That's why all we have is to
I don't
speculate
know. I don't know.
because we don't know yet. We don't know the verdict. We don't know
I don't
what.
know.
I know you weren't here when I said this, but my mother worked for him for years, and I believe everything she said. I knew this
Okay.
15,
I'm
20
gonna
years
say
ago. I
this.
had
I
so
don't
many
know have
messages when
any.
this came up.
But anybody else on here ever faced a Fed case or a state case? Anybody?
Nah.
Okay, y'all. It's. I don't know.
I studied a lot of them, and I can tell you it
I asked you, have you faced it? Because I'm gonna tell you what I watched. I fought a case and I set up and watched. I fought a case for quite some time and I set up and watched this judge hand out over 10,000 years. I'm just being honest with you, and I know for a fact the level of inadequate representation for those brothers that was getting cooked in that courtroom. I knew for a fact them judges was out of line. I watched them, and this not just me. I'm a small fish. I never looked at no honey. I looked at some major time. And when I tell you, it's different when you up against this, seeing the things that these. I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna just relinquish the microphone.
I understand. I
It's
see
different
what
when you
they
on the
did with
outside
Larry
looking
Hoover.
in.
Same thing with
You
Larry
just
Hoover.
don't
We've been
know.
fighting to get him out.
They just really
My
don't
husband
understand.
and they family, we've been trying to do this for years. And that man, that was a long time ago. He got no affiliation in that with those with that kind of activity anymore. So Larry is a perfect example of that and
And it
what they're doing.
happens. There you go, sister.
Want to bring up another topic. Like, have y'all seen like the Tyler Perry situation about him going down about?
That's why I asked the brother. Did you hear me, Jada? You was just here. That's why I asked the brother. Well, from my understanding, what it looked like, I've watched certain brothers get chastised and towed down, and I'm just sitting back like it's so obvious to me that all these brothers not that. But if you look at popular opinion, right, so all these brothers that this why the Diddy thing is so fascinating. Come on, Jada. Come on. I'll let you finish. Come on.
Yeah, I think like a lot of that is just like
Everybody?
Like I think it's a lot of DL men. Like I think
We
it's just a
all
lot of
sick. We all sick.
in the industry, but I don't think that's like illegal or nothing. I think it's just like a lot of people just want to expose and get like a free handout. People like to get, you know what I'm saying? They like to get some type of like they like to get some type of, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like they trying to get, I don't know the word right now, but they trying to get like
Gratification
a
for
payout.
exposure.
We talking about Tyler Perry?
I mean, yeah, like
Everybody knew he played
Tyler
with the other
Perry,
side though. Everybody know that. He ain't
Yeah,
never.
that's just our brother.
but
We
that's
know
not
we know how
illegal
to.
though. He's getting charged to
He get
like,
Everybody.
charged.
yeah, like
Everybody.
they trying to, like, the guys taking legal action
Oh,
against him
because
for
that's
like,
harassment at the workplace.
yeah, so harassment at the workplace. Yes.
That's a real case though, bro. It ain't, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but not. But a lot of people thinking, like, I don't think because like the guy is like a white guy. I don't think the guy is being for real. Like I don't like the cases just don't make no sense
Why you don't think he
because
being for real? Because he white?
no, I don't. That's not it. It's just like would why would he do that? Like that
It's
don't make
if
no
you
sense.
go,
There's not enough evidence. All
it's
he got
public
is like
record.
text
It's public
messages.
record of how foolish some of these lawsuits are and how
It's
frivolous
very
they are.
foolish.
Even with Diddy, they throwed out so many of them. So it's just it's. I don't understand how people don't sit back and just look for your own. Everybody don't have a certain level of discernment or common sense. I get it, but you can sit back and see where you got to question this because we already know it's not right. Even with the sister up there just spoke on the brother from Chicago. People understand a lot of this stuff is political. I mean, you have to. I'm talking to a mute wall if people don't understand how deep it goes, but it go deep. It's a real big agenda, and people don't want to accept it, but a lot of that be real. A lot of it be real. So it's nothing wrong with. I always tell people. I get people that they don't believe in, what some of us believe in. They might go the other route. I tell them, hey, what is gonna hurt you to give it a try? They always get silent. They never cuss me out. They never. I just say, just give it a try. What if you go and it is another side and you took this route? They don't cuss me out or nothing. I just give them something to think about. There's nothing wrong with taking an opinion to think about something different than the way you see it. Because we can be wrong. Most of the time we are.
Absolutely. I feel like we're going to be learning for the rest of our lives, right? No matter what, whether you're learning about other things or yourself, we're going to continue to be learning. And I think it's more to be an open person to realize, like, just because you have a perspective doesn't always mean your perspective is 100% right. It's just what you built off of whatever you believe in. So it's okay to listen to other people's perspective. I might not 100% agree with you, but I'm gonna respect what you said, and I'm not gonna knock you for your opinion because it's your opinion. So I can't get mad at people for having whatever opinion they have, regardless. And yeah, people tear people down because of the opinion that they're giving. But how can you think my opinion is wrong when my opinion is what I form, not what you form, what I form? And I think it's more like you said, just respecting people's opinions and understanding everybody's not going to have the same view, and that's okay. That's not, we're not supposed to all have the same view, right? And everybody can learn something, right? It might not be necessarily here or somewhere else, but we all have the way of we can learn something. So just remember, you can be the teacher, but it's also okay to be the student at times as well.
I think this panel did a great job today of just expressing our differences and the things that we agree on civilly.
Cool to conversate and have a conversation. You feel me, sister? It's okay. We ain't got to tear each other down or, come through the screen because I know most people want to come through the screen. But you're right. You're right. It's okay to just sit here and have a conversation. And to be honest with y'all, I'm going to throw this out there. I don't really, I listen to people and I show respect because that's where we at. But I deem perspective and opinions to be different. I say that opinions are non-factual, and I say that people come with perspective, put a little more thought, and they will have some sort of facts, data, and statistics supporting a perspective, which would make it be something else. But to have a conversation, I don't really honor people's opinion because the world taught us and I can't wait to do a panel on it. The world taught us we're entitled to our opinion. I would absolutely refute that and say that you absolutely not entitled to your opinion. And I would like for somebody to give me some sort of pushback on that.
You said, are we entitled to
Yeah,
our opinion? You're entitled to your opinion, but I'm not entitled to accept your opinion.
I'm gonna say you're
That's
not
the
entitled.
difference.
I
Hold on.
I
I
understand
want
what you
we can
I
we can
understand
argue.
what
I
you're
want
saying,
And I know.
host.
Okay,
Host,
okay.
I
I got
understand
I
what you're
want
saying. Because perspective, it's like everybody should be able to have a perspective. Not everybody should be able to have an opinion because some opinions are like based in like nothing, but
thank
every
you.
like perspective
Thank
has
you.
like evidence or something
Thank
to
you.
back it up.
Thank you. I can't believe somebody understood because I've
Well,
been
no.
saying
I understand what you're saying because basically the thing my grandma used to always say is we're coming into this world with a thinking that respect anything is entitled to us. That's not entitlement. Just because people give it to you, cool, but nobody owes you respect, right? And I think that's the thing when you're speaking on entitlement. People think they're entitled to this. That's what you think you're entitled to, right? Okay, cool, but nobody's entitled to anything in this world. And I think that's where you're coming from.
I mean, no, that was my point. Now you had all that right except the last piece. You are entitled to certain things. That's what take it away from my opinion. If I pass away and I got a living will, you entitled to everything that I left you. However, if I walk up that street and I got my wife with me, and you feel that you're entitled to your opinion, you would disrespect my wife, and you may lose your life as a result. So if you entitled, how you wind up losing your life? You understand?
Yeah.
This is what we get conflated at when we have these conversations and people be standing on their opinion instead of facts, data, and statistics. And we let it rock to try to see if we can enlighten each other and grow. But when you get to the core of it, what are you really standing on is outside of your personal judgments and things of that nature? Because we all got some skeletons. I know some people is perfect. You know, I like the perfect people. I don't know where they at, but I like them. You know, some people perfect.
Now you like some people you don't know where they at.
Come on.
Pastors lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, boot listed city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a Civic truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray.